What is going on, guys? It is your host, Dialante Daniels, back at you with another Locked On Wizards podcast episode. It's time to talk about this Trailblazers game. The Wizards lost to the G League Trailblazers. It was embarrassing. It was really bad, and I want to have a little rant today. So, without further ado, let's get right into it.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is going on, guys? It's your host, Dialante Daniels, back at you with another Locked On Wizards podcast episode. I'm going to thank you all for making Locked On Wizards your first listen each and every day. This episode is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline has you covered this season with more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline, where the game starts. So, guys, 127-118. The Wizards lose to the Trailblazers. It was embarrassing. I mean, just no defensive effort, no defensive fight. It was just bad. You know, Wes Unseld Jr. continues to make questionable rotation decisions. My main takeaway from the game is lack of effort, lack of care. I mean, they give up 51% from the field, 36% from three. Josh Hart scores 44 points, a career high. I mean, he's not the only one. Trendon Watford also had a career high in points with 27. Wizards are just giving up career highs, apparently. And this is after the last night giving up 50 to LeBron James. LeBron James is one thing, right? It's one thing. But Josh Hart? I mean, Josh Hart is a solid player, but 44 points on 6 for 9 from the three, 15 for 21 from the field, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. I mean, you had no Simons, no Nurkic, no Dame. McCollum's gone. It was embarrassing, man. It was really embarrassing. Eubanks gave him the business. Watford gave him the business. Josh Hart gave him the business. It was embarrassing. They had no heart. They had no fight. You could tell it's like, I don't know what the team's doing. I don't know what Wes is doing defensively. They don't communicate well. KCP even said that after the game, that their on court communication, especially defensively, is bad. You can tell, it's pathetic, man. The effort is really pathetic. And that's just the main takeaway right there. You can tell that the team just didn't give effort defensively. They didn't fight. I said I predicted the Wizards to go 1-3 on this West Coast trip. Before we started, I said, I think the Wizards go 1-3. I said, I think they lose to the Clippers. I think they lose to the Lakers. They get the Blazers, but they lose to the Warriors. Now I think they go 0-4 because they're not going to beat the Warriors. I mean, with this defense, it's embarrassing. It really is, man. And it's pathetic. It really is. Just no heart, no fight. Oh, man. That's my main takeaway right there. I just need a team to fight, bro. And the Wizards are clearly showing that that's not what they want to do. So before we get into talking about Wes Unseld Jr. and some mistakes I think he made and also some individual player performances, we do have a message from our friends over at Built Bar. Have you tried the Puffs? If you haven't, you're missing out on one of Built Bar's best tasting bars. Puffs are the first ever protein-infused marshmallow. They're fluffy, they're marshmallowy, they're not just a protein bar, they're a treat, and they're covered in 100% real chocolate. Puffs are a fan favorite with some incredible flavors. Yummy cinnamony, churro, coconut marshmallow, banana cream pie. So good, these are going to be your new favorite. All Built Bars are covered in 100% real chocolate. Yes, Puffs included, 100% real chocolate. Low calorie, high protein. Replace your candy bars with these. They are better. A typical candy bar can be anywhere from 200 to 300 calories. Go to built.com and scroll down to the macros chart. You'll be blown away. High protein, low calorie, high fiber, low carb. Most Built Bars contain 130 calories, 4 grams of sugar, and 4 net carbs, and 17 grams of protein. Compare that to a candy bar, which usually carries around 240 calories, 30 grams of sugar, and dozens of net carbs. Mint brownie, coconut almond, and new for this month, white chocolate cookies and cream. They are all delicious, and new flavors are coming out all the time. If they think a flavor might be good, they'll make it. It will be delicious, and it will be good for you. The offer is to go to built.com, use promo code LOCKED15, and get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at built.com. Well, guys, another issue I had was Wes Unseld Jr. and his playing of Rui Hachimura once again. I mean, I don't understand it. Rui Hachimura played 17 minutes. At one point, Rui Hachimura hadn't missed a shot yet, and he only played 13 minutes at that time. I don't understand his issue with Rui Hachimura and why he doesn't play him on. He should be playing 25, 30 minutes. These games, he's shooting the ball well. He's shooting 3-ball well. He's shooting the mid-range well. And then he'll sit on the bench for an ungodly amount of time and then come in and be colder than he was originally. Because he's done sat on the bench now after having a hot start. He's done that in 3 straight games on this West Coast trip. He did it against the Clippers. He did it against the Lakers. And he did it against the Trailblazers. I'm not understanding what his issue is with Rui Hachimura. Why is Rui Hachimura only playing 17 minutes? I'm confused. I don't get it. I really don't understand why he refuses to play Rui Hachimura 30 minutes, especially when he's playing well. There is no minutes restriction apparently, so I don't get it. Another guy, Daniel Gaffer, only played 15 minutes. He got garbage time minutes. He had 14 points, 5 for 6, but a lot of that came in garbage time. Thomas Bryant got more playing time than him, which I don't agree with at all. Even though I don't think Thomas Bryant played awful, I still think Daniel Gafford as the starter should have got more than 15 minutes tonight. I don't understand how guys like Rui Hachimura get 17 minutes, Daniel Gafford gets 15 minutes, and a guy like Raul Neto gets 17 minutes, more minutes than Ish and Satoransky. Well, not tonight. Ish got more minutes tonight, which is good. But I like Ish and Satoransky more. Raul Neto hasn't been doing it for me. I'm fine off him. He was terrible against the Lakers, and he wasn't good tonight either. I don't need to see him for 17 minutes on the court. Corey Kissberg, I love what he's been doing, shooting the ball and 6 for 9 from the field, cutting, all that, etc. But I don't know Corey Kisper's a 39-minute player. You know, he does have defensive issues. I don't know if he should be playing 39 minutes. Some of those minutes can go to some other guys, you know, but like I said, I have no idea what Wes is doing with his rotations. I don't think he knows what he's doing with his rotations. He doesn't know how to adjust and go off the game plan when a guy's getting hot and ride that hot hand and give him more minutes off the bench. It's just awful what he's doing with these rotations. It's awful. It's terrible. And it's something that I just simply don't understand. I really don't. Another guy who's been struggling, Denny Avdia. This is his 3rd straight game with no points. He's been struggling like really bad. It's been bad as of late. And I don't know. He's played 14 minutes tonight. I mean, he shot a 3. One was it was a really bad brick off the backboard. I know against the Lakers, he shot an air ball 3. He's just in one of those really bad ruts right now. I don't know, you know, what'll fix it necessarily, but with his struggling play has come a decrease in minutes. So I'm not sure, but it's been rough. Denny has gone through a really big rough patch as of late. Kyle Kuzma had 22 points, but it was on 7 for 17 shooting, 4 for 8 from the 3, 50%. Corey Kispert, like I said, he had 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 15 points, 50% from the 3-point line. Daniel Gaffer, I thought he played well. I mean, a lot of his points came in garbage time. KCP had a good shooting night coming off that Lakers game where it was pretty rough for him. 26 points, 50% from the 3, 5 for 10, 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and 5 assists and 4 boards. Ish Smith had 10 points, 5 assists on 5 for 7 shooting. Thomas Bryant, 9 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 50% from the field, 2 for 4. And then Rui, 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Like I said, guys, with Wes, I'm not understanding the lack of consistent playing time for a guy like Rui Hachimura, who's been playing really well And I would have liked Daniel Gaffer to play a little bit more, tonight. I don't know if Wes just needs a vet assistant coach in his ear to help him out, but Wes has been he's had a really bad West Coast trip. And this isn't the first time we've talked about rotations in Wes Unseld. This isn't the first time. So, I mean, it's an issue. It is definitely a big issue. But guys, before we get to our review of the Warriors game, oh boy, I do have a message from our friends over at BetOnline. But firstly, thank you for making Locked On Wizards your first listen. For your next listen, check out the Locked On Now podcast. Nightly recaps of every NBA game with analysis from our local experts is free and available wherever you get podcasts. Also, it's that time of year again as college basketball's tournament is finally upon us. From all the latest odds, contests, and player props, BetOnline.net is the number one source for all your sports betting needs and info. BetOnline remains the best spot for all of your sports scores, podcasts, and news this season. And it's not just basketball. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering information needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino games. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. BetOnline, where the game starts. So the Wizards play the Warriors next. I mean, I just don't see a world where they even compete with the Warriors. I mean, maybe they'll find a way to compete. Maybe the Warriors will be taking them light. I mean, Klay Thompson just went off last night. Jordan Poole went crazy last night, and they beat the Bucks. So that's all with Steph Curry just scoring 8 points. They're going to have a tough time, man. They're going to have a tough time struggling to stop Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, etc. I mean, but they got to do their best to try to contain the three. And it's easy to say, I mean, that's not even the biggest worry. They can't even defend the paint right now. I mean, they can't even defend the paint. I say do your best to try to defend the three, but they can't even defend the paint. So when you're lacking in your interior defense and you're lacking on your perimeter defense, I mean, you're going to be giving up 120, 130 points every game, which the Wizards have been doing. So, I mean, all I can really say is they just got to pray that some of these Warriors don't get hot and miss shots. I said before the Lakers game, I said, try your best to contain LeBron. I mean, he's going to get his. You would hope he doesn't score 50 points on you, which is what he did. So, I mean, then Josh Hart giving up 44, almost 50 to him. I don't know. Maybe Steph goes for 50 next against the Wizards. I don't know. They're just giving up a score bonanza. If you want career highs, go play the Wizards. So get tough in the paint, please. Just fight. Defend. Play hard. That's all I'm asking for you to do. Those are my keys to the game. Play hard. Fight. Compete. Don't get embarrassed, man. The Wizards are just getting embarrassed. Letting guys score a ridiculous amount of points. Reggie Jackson went crazy on him. LeBron went crazy on him. Josh Hart went crazy on him. Who's next? Where's the heart? Where's the passion? Where's the fight? Absolutely nowhere. This team wants to get in a play-in, but they're not good enough to get in the play-in because they don't try hard enough. I mean, there's no effort. You can talk about communication all you want, but you gotta want it, man. You gotta want to defend, and the Wizards have simply not done that at all on this West Coast trip. This West Coast trip has confirmed to everybody that this team is not a play-in team. They're not a playoff team. Definitely, obviously. I mean, it's been terrible. So my prediction for the Warriors game, I expect a loss. If they happen to win, I'd be shocked. I just hope they compete, and I just hope they show some defensive effort because they haven't done that this whole West Coast trip. They haven't. So that's all I got for you guys, man. I mean, hopefully the Wizards play better. Hopefully they compete. Hopefully they give us something to actually look at because we've been staying up at 10:30 at night on the East Coast watching them get blown out and get embarrassed. So hopefully they play better, man. But that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you once again for making Locked On Wizards your first listen every day. Now make your second listen Locked On NBA. Locked On experts covering the biggest stories around the NBA every Monday through Friday in less than 30 minutes. It's free and available wherever you get podcasts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully the Wizards compete against the Warriors. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.